Oh, there we go, okay. No wonder. Well, thanks for saying something, you know. Thanks for not listening to the voices in your head. That's weird. That is the second time it's done it. It was connected to the right device. It was just saying not available for some reason, which is a little odd. Anyway, second pack. First pack was pretty good, you know. Now that I've unmuted, does that mean my other pack is going to be ass? Does that mean all the commentary I've said is just done? So there's a good chunk of games and talk in just actual silence. I wanted a fake chat and pretend I could hear you, and then yeah, but then you just send out like a message that just doesn't it just doesn't mesh with whatever I've been asking or saying. Sounds good. I mean, I don't know, I guess. It depends on how good your conversation levels are with someone who is just kind of, like, apparently blind to the fact that they are muted. But anyway, it's nice to have you on stream. That was what I was saying. It's good to have you on stream, and nice to see someone in chat. So, yeah, Titanic Galaxy, I don't think we have the rank 8. Doing alright. First stream after a nice little break, just from like things generally, not really from streaming specifically, but just, you know, things. And yeah, it's nice. First day back at work hasn't been horrendous. Right. We don't need 2 8s, we need an 8 and an opponent's monster. How many ways do we have to take an opponent's monster in this deck? We have Crackdown, Starry Dragons, Tactics. We have Area. Yeah, we have the Water Charmer. I don't think we have Dark. Because we got this earlier on. Yeah, we only have Area. Which is technically something we can make, but it requires like Yamatako or Kashtira Ogre, or Perulia, or Nidhogg. Okay, there's a few options, but I don't think it's probably worth. Because in that case, we do still need an 8, and our only 8 does happen to be Alpha. Unless we use Spark Dragon after making it. Target this card with effects of special summon monsters, except those special summon from the grave. That's interesting. It's definitely not for this deck, but it's definitely for like some other things we have. Oh, I've just realised, although this might be the only light, yeah, I think it's the only light level 9 generator we have. We do have something different. We have Kaijus. And the Kaijus have level 9 light monster, so that's actually mildly interesting. Maybe we can make it. I think it would take a bit of effort, because it does, like, we still need a third name. You can't control 2 Kaijus, you can only control 1 Udgada. So you still got to find a way to get yourself another level 9 light. Anyway, I'm happy with that result. Absolute success. And this is about as good as we could want. Sure, we'll do this now. And that resolves. I don't know whether that's, like, good for us. This could just be Runic. It's another copy of itself. It could actually be Radiant Typhoon. It could also be an attempted FTK. Draw 2, draw 2. But they did banish 10 for that. So if it is an FTK, that feels like horrendously inconsistent. Striker... I mean, it could be. If you're gonna blind call it... Blind call 4? It is Striker. That was fairly lucky. Discard a spell, spec this, which is a Sky Striker. Give me that draw. Deck or grave. Get one from deck. The thing is, there's like... There are, I think, a couple of objectively correct ones, but you kind of gotta... You really have to narrow it down to what you think the deck is gonna be. Like, they've activated this. Runic wouldn't mill with Reasoning. There's no reason for Runic to mill. Maybe Spellbooks would play Radiant Typhoon, but that's about all I can think of extra that would. And in Spellbooks, you wouldn't even say it's 2, because I think he only gets his effect on normal summon. So along with 4 being one of the most generic levels in the game... Oh yeah, Man actually plays Reasoning, don't they? Mill a whole bunch of trap cards. Get to your one guy. Anyway, I don't think we're actually in a great position here. Whatever they're doing, it's some shenanigans. And I'm probably not ready for it. So that's linkage. What are you trying to do? It is linkage. Oh no, that was engage. Thank you. But like, if they're just generally milling, or like using cards like Into the Void and all that, you could probably hazard a guess it's like maybe Infernoids or something. Like, I don't know if, for example, Burning Abyss, they like cards being in the graveyard, but I don't think they play Reasoning, simply because, you know, that's not the way you want Reasoning to resolve. Reasoning wants to get to your monster to summon later, rather than sooner. Another engage. So you've got an engage face down, probably a linkage face down, and unknown card. And that is for that one. Okay. Then you can. Right, so they're just recycling for the sake of it. Interesting. Oh, and it adds one for the activation, so you've now got linkage again. Huh. How does linkage work? Send another card you control, special summon from your extra. Okay. Well, I think we just start with Fenrir anyway. That's a good few spells in the grave. Start with Fenrir, attempt to add Ogre. We'll see if we can get to that point. From there, I'm not particularly certain. Might be Lopter. Okay, that goes through. Drop it. Probably sending from hand, right? Does that mean you've got, like, double linkage set? Because that one's engage. We know that. Okay. And then it halves. Which, does that take precedent? No, it's just 800 now. Okay. feels like an odd time to do it, but you do you go ahead. Ace 0. I'm missing something about linkage. Where did it go? Oh, it got banished. Okay. So... what can I do here? I can get the Perulia back on my side of the field, not that that does much of anything. Could normal summon the Pathfinder to try and get... I think it's just this. It's a quick effect, so it can do something about it. Alright, tribute. What's our link plays? There's not a lot. Oh, that's just mean. So we know that that one there is engaged. You can get rid of the Fenrir. Do I... where do you special summon? Deck and or grave. So, yeah, it doesn't actually matter where they get them from. Like, we could make a link too. We could make Haggard. But I don't think that's going to really do it. So what if we set this for the moment and just say that, yeah, that's going to be our turn. My connection should be holding out. Right, they can get rid of Fenrir or they can get rid of the face down, and, you know, I can't really do much of anything about it. I'd be a little bit surprised if it wasn't Fenrir. Well, it's not Fenrir. Droplet is end of the turn. So I do get my Fenrir back if they activate a monster effect or, you know, what have you. And they get an immediate link summon. That is not something I saw coming. I mean, it was just incorrect to use the Monster Reborn, though, right? Like, surely it was incorrect. I'm probably just dead on the back of this, aren't I? Which is a little annoying, but I guess it is what it is. Wait, you just set that off of the multi-roll, right? Yeah, you set it off the multi-roll. And there's Widow Anchor. Although I don't think you need it, I think you just have lethal, right? Surely you do. Probably not have that. Put that one over there. But yeah, I guess that means that a lot of what I said earlier has been silence. I've been on a boat trip. I've now seen K-pop. What was it? K-pop Demon Hunters? That's the name of it, right? Yeah. Watched a good amount of Rick and Morty. Refamiliarized myself with the first 2 or 3 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Played through a good bit of Elden Ring. So yeah, you attack for 15, you quick effect Link for another 15. Or if you're getting Kagari, that's probably another 25 at this point. That's 24. 23, but you can get linkage. I guess they have a linkage in hand? Am I just not paying attention? I might not be. If you got linkage, you would have killed me, right? Yeah, if they got linkage, they would have killed me. I'm not paranoid for suggesting that they actually go and get the card. I think I have just lost the game, but, like, I'm unsure as to why they didn't just get linkage. Anyway, fair and balanced deck with, you know, Pot of Greed at 3. Moderately hurt. Went climbing, managed to give myself a blister, open said blister, and I've managed to give my, one of my nails, on my left hand, a blood blister. And I now ache a lot as a result of just going climbing anyway. But overall, things are cool. Things are fine. Right. So, what do I do versus Widow Anchor into like another Widow Anchor or something like that? You know, what's the game plan? Because I don't think I have one. I don't think there's any reason in getting their monsters out of the grave. Especially because I don't have any Sky Striker things. So let's just get Fenrir. Effects are negated if they actually take the Fenrir. Which matters because then it allows me to get just like okay, they didn't do it on res, so you're going to do it on effect. Oh, right. This is pseudo negate. I mean, surely you don't let this through. You've just got enough things that you don't let it through, right? Yeah, there you go. Take control of it until the end phase. Okay. Wait, did you not have 3 or more? Then you can. You can. What are you thinking so hard about? Ugh. Right, okay, sure. Sure. My effects are negated anyway, I might as well punch them for 14. I shouldn't even attempt to, like, falsely activate my effects. Which does just kind of lose me the game on the spot. I don't think I have anything from this point. Because this is a pseudo-negate, it's gonna just, like, negate the banish effect that Fenrir has. I'm already down to 42. And they've got, yeah, okay. Let's quit while we know we're behind. Not quit while we're ahead in this case. Okay. Bit of a rough one, but that's fine. We just go into the next one. You're gonna have those games every now and then. We do have a decent amount of Link monsters that we aren't playing, but I don't think any of them bring anything to the table that is particularly unique or missing from our deck. Like, what have we dropped? Oh, that's not the worst hand. And they got a regular deck. Like, we dropped Steel Star Regulator, which we were running for some time. Valor for Valor. Because that's not a... what's its face? It's not a bestial target. Okay. That apparently just goes well. Man, we have everyone in chat. We have Potato, we have Mr. Gaming, And we have Master Mellow the Yellow, which is not a name I remember seeing before, but that doesn't mean I haven't. I guess I just want to get her. Anyway, you're new. No, it would say first time chatter, so you're not new. You changed your Twitch name at some point. I like my potatoes mashed, boiled, and chipped. Okay. Floodgate Trap Hole does not work on tokens, I believe, because tokens can't go face down. Or maybe tokens. I don't know. Can tokens go face down? Let's get ourselves Valor to bring back the Lopter anyway. Ignore the dilemma. No, it doesn't seem you can Floodgate tokens. Right, and we let that resolve. It's a when. It's a when, so it misses the chance to activate. Well, that's rough. It's fine. Sky Striker isn't a Link deck or anything. We have a Monster Negate, and that's about it. Well, it's not just a Monster Negate, but it's only going to get through one of their things, and Sky Striker often have many things. Probably too many things for me. But how's everyone doing this eve? Morn? Noon? I don't know what time of day it is for everyone, so, you know. If special summons you can add, that's gonna be fine. Because otherwise they get Spec 2 from the deck. Anyway, please send a monster. Okay, you're going to send a monster. You are. Just my luck. Wondering, should I roast my potatoes? I haven't tried roast potatoes all that often. Are you debating on whether you should add another card and negate the Lopter, or what? No, that's it. Okay. Yeah, so just, like, negate Heart, right? Yeah, there you go. This has to be against some law. What? The potato torture, or like, whatever they're doing? The fact that I have not had roast potatoes. Probably that. I might have had roast potatoes, but I don't really remember it. So I'm gonna pretty safely say, methinks, that I haven't. How hard is it to choose? You're getting... oh, you're only getting one card. So you get to destroy a monster. A shame. I mean, the only one to really get rid of is probably the Lopter. I say, hopefully. That my words might bait them over an internet connection where they definitely can't hear me. I mean, they could if they knew I existed on Twitch, but they probably don't. And they are actually getting rid of the Lopter, okay. We lose our 1000 stat buff. Oh dear. Wait, you don't have the Engage. The Engage was the last spell. Fuck's sake. So this is the moment that we've lost the game, I guess? I think this is the moment we've lost the game. And yeah, because, like, droplets has negated the on-field effect, I can't just, like, tribute the, Ha, unfortunately. Okay, so you're taking Valor. That is the one I would prefer in the graveyard. So if you're going to use that for some link plays, that is to my advantage. Somewhat. What am I missing? I mean, probably just that you do this effect in the battle phase to destroy. Right. No? Is it just BMing? I'm a little confused at that last action. Ah, that's good. I can only summon Xyz monsters, but that is pretty damn good. And then you can destroy a card on the field. Check the logs for a minute. Activate. So I don't actually know what they've set. Trying to think, because I get locked to... You know what, it's fine. Let them do it. Unfortunately, this does give up the triple tack, which I would actually really like to have at this point. And there's no real reason... Yeah, there's no real reason to keep it at the moment. I search Lopter because I want Lopter. And for the moment, that's okay. One, two, three. Give it a second. Perfect. And now we do this. Because now Lopter is no longer on the field. And we get to put something we actually want to discard, I guess. Basically. Let's get Nidhogg into rotation. They can return cards from the graveyard, but... Oh no, right. No, you put them in the hand. How dare you. Anyway, link summon for Kugari, which gets you back something, but you can't activate it. Wait. It's accept the turn. No, it's just accept during the damage step, because of course it is. But, no, that's completely fine. We now have Valor to pitch Nidhogg to summon both. And... yeah, I think we do it this way. Then we could get 9 Lives Cat here. And 9 Lives Cat can bring out... yeah, I think that's... okay, so we have a Banished Valor. Detach 1. Pop Valor back in the grave. Yeah, we need to pop Valor back in the grave. And we can just get, like, this boy out. And we want to just destroy this by battle, which will bring Ray back out, but that's fine. Kinda has to be. I probably should have gone for the Virtual World Tiger. because that's actually a negate. This just looks like one. They can link summon to turn on their spell. Yeah, the Tiger would have been a 2-turn negate, so that was probably the better play. But we do have a Valor in Grave. We can pick Valor to do Valor. This can't be targeted by card effects. Yeah, they have to get rid of the 9 lives cap first. And at the bare minimum... Oh, did most of their things target? I guess most of their things target. Target fixed monster, this doesn't. Okay. Kinda. I don't actually know what they're doing with this then. They're trying to target her. And now realizing that they can't. Which is pretty nice. Kagari. So yeah, they need like jamming waves. By the looks of it. I mean, yeah, you can steal my 9 lives. If you really want to. Do you think they're going to read 9 lives now that it's actually on their side of the field instead of on mine? It's a genuine question, because if they do and they link it off and they still have something, then we're probably in a spot bother. When did they add... Escape. Target. Okay, so yeah, this bounces back to the hand, but that doesn't actually help them. Also, they can't use it because they have like an extra thing. Yep. That works. What do you send into the grave? Ray. Okay. That does not make a lot of sense to me. Oh, they shuffled the Ray back with the Lemnis Gate earlier, that's why they didn't float. Okay. There's SP, which can now target. Yep. And it's not a retroactive thing, that's why they get to do it. Monster Reborn. That is mildly funny. So, let's do it this way. Valor Pitch Valor, Summon Valor. You may SP Little Knight if you wish to. But you do not wish to. Okay. Let's just get 2. Let's just battle and kill it, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? One, two, three, four, five. Was that 6? Oh, no, it wasn't. Alright. Main 2. Monster Reborn, and this is where we get Lopter back out, I believe. Unless we want their SP Little Knight. You know, we could take their SP Little Knight. That feels funny. As much as getting Lopter back is probably, like, smarter, this does give me something to do. And it also allows me to make a Link 3 if I had one. I do have Link 3s, but took them all out. Prefer the utility of the Link 2s in my card pool. And apparently that's good enough. It was the correct decision to take the SP, Little Knight. That felt like a really uphill battle. But apparently it was good enough. Yeah, I guess, like, everyone must just be on this now. Draw 2 cards, Radiant Typhoon or a Quick Play. You're not even on Jamming Waves. You should play a Jamming Waves. They had a Charmy in hand? Oh yeah, I guess, because, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. We actually activated monster effects on their turn, so Charmy makes sense. Right. Master Pack time. As I want to save the legacy tickets for when we at least get 3. Okay, we got shinies. We got Koake Mirror support because, you know, it's either that or Heroes. Dollhouse. I think we had more Dollhouse. We need the normal monsters, actually. As far as, like, generic cards go, that's actually kind of interesting. During the end phase, if in Handle Graves, spec it, but place it on the bottom of the deck, and you can discard a card at a level 7. So, this searches Destrudo can be searched by Magnamut, or just summons itself at, you know, worst case scenario. Which I think makes it a candidate for our Ghost second deck. I don't know. I guess it's a candidate for, like, just a dragon deck in general. It is a level 7 Dark Dragon. It's not a bad SR. There's, like, of course there's better. We could be getting, like... I was going to list a generator super rare, but then I don't actually know what generator cards are super rare. Is Elopter super rare? Cliffort Stealth, which is pretty good as far as Cliffort goes. Monosynchron. No, that seems pretty damn bad. Now you see, this is the useless SR card. Materiactor, the least realized archetype for, like, so long. The running joke of did they forget about it, with it being all of, like, 2 printed cards. 500 per card in hand. And then... yeah, during your opponent's main or battle phase, you can add a card attached to this card to the hand. A really good way to play this is just hand traps. Like, hand trap Turbo is a good way to play Materiactor. Because they excavate 6 and they keep adding Droll or Max C. Yeah, that's the thing. It is just hand trap Turbo. It's our second one. Of course you don't list your related. Okay, that's our 3rd Dollhouse. But... yeah, we're just running, like, we don't have these. We have the spells. Target normal. So, how does the combo start? It starts with Doll Happiness, right? Yeah. And, like, we could do with more Box of Friends, but we could also actually just do with, like, these monsters. Because they are directly mentioned. Yeah, and if you do send a Doll monster from your deck to the grave. That's mildly unfortunate. Not that it's the best Xyz engine out there, but it's something. This also just makes it easier to make rank 7 again. It's a dark monster. Could put it in, like, Danger Doll, Pearly, whatever things. their choice of first or second, and pretty predictable, but, you know, one can dream, one can hope. And the hand has been worse. It's a Synchro 8 if nothing else. And we do have Chalice as well. Right. I feel Magnamut's pretty good, but I feel like you gotta... Oh, wait. Is this the only dark? This might be the only dark. So yeah, you send that. What are you sending here? Darkblade and Goblin. Goblin Mesa Light Dark. Okay, I think this is as good a point as any. Let's get rid of that. And of course you just have Max C for it, because fair and balanced card game. It's a one-off. Could people stop drawing it? I have 4 Bestials. Right, well, at least I'm getting a dragon. Never mind, apparently that was good enough. We had a search target. Cower in fear. How do you prefer yourself? Do you prefer your innards, sir? You know, this really... It's not the kind of question I'm prepared for on a day-to-day basis. It's a little weird to think about. Triedge Levia, 3 3s, which is a no. Poison Rose is so specific in the summoning condition. Monarch stat line, mildly playable. No, I was about to say Gemini, but it's just a level 5. That is... Oh yeah, it's kind of like the weird... It's not Tri-type, but like fish doing the weird like synergy between winged beast and fish, which happens on a couple of cards. Why is that so specific? But yeah, do you like your entrails mashed around with like a fork or like, you know, some metal implements until they're a fine, like, kind of like pasty mess? Or do you prefer, you know, being placed in boiling water for however long at a time? I don't really know. For some reason, I have not researched the amount of time for human boiling. And I'm gonna guess the first one is supposed to be fried. Speaking of Sky Striker, that is the single best card for them, but we have none of the rest of it, so who cares? Elemental Hero, stop reading. I guess fried would be like sliced. Do you prefer to be cut into little pieces and placed on a hot pan? What's the last option? And I gotta be honest, those all sound horrendous. Like, thinking about any one of those is not a good time. Maybe tasty, but not a good time. New Zombie, which is decent, doesn't take zombies to make, is a foolish, becomes the difference. And when your zombie is destroyed by battle while this card is in your grave, you can special summon it. It is a tuner. That is actually a pretty good effect. I mean, that definitely goes in the vampire deck if we ever remake it. But we don't have Eldritch, do we? Do we? I don't think we have Eldritch. I need to look if we have Eldritch. No. Yeah, yeah, there we go. You're not letting me quit out of this. I plan to be here for a bit longer. Eldritch. Eldritch? Eldritch. But that's why we haven't been playing it, because we've only got Lich and the 0 attack. Like, we don't have Destroy, we don't have Graveyard Banish. We have this one, which requires all 3 of these guys to be banished, because we do not have the other option. And the thing is, we'd prefer Eldlixir. Like, we'd prefer 3 of the spells banished. We could also fusion summon a fusion monster using only zombies. But we don't really have anything. So we can add an Eldritch or a Golden Land. We can summon a zombie, but if we don't control Lich, we have to summon. And we can. So it might be worth playing, because you got 2 copies. If you get to Lich, then you're just like, you know, you've got a level 10, 2500 beat stick most turns. And then, of course, you get all these in the grave, and you get these guys. Level 8 trap monsters, which are zombie type. Which means we've got half of the zombie vampire, then. We might have to look into the zombie pile again sometime. This isn't related to anything. That's related to all Umi. And we probably want ALO or Pacifist. But we more often want Sea Stealth if we're going to play that kind of deal. And yeah, what do we have for Sky Striker? I mean, I'm just saying, them some cards, actually. So we don't have the Ultra Rares. We don't have Ray. We have Rose. Who... Is Rose searchable for us? I don't think so. Aileron... No, because we need a 4... Do we? We can use 5s. Wait. Can I... Let's just check the decks for a second. Where are we looking? 7th targets. So... Water Fairy, Dark Spellcaster, Light Fairy. So you're a 5 Earth Machine, you're a 5 Fire Machine, you're a 4 Light. We don't have the lower version, do we? No. It's 101 or 107. I don't think we've picked up anything recently that changes what we've got. Yeah, we would need this one. We'd probably need like the Battling Boxer versions, actually. And we don't have those. We're only looking at the cards we have, and what we have is not a lot. That's already included. I guess that one should be included because it's a 5. And it is one of the targets. But that might be it. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's all of them. And the Sky Striker stuff, I think there is a water one, but we don't have it. Yeah, oh, and it's a 6. So even if we did get it, it's not like it's actually searchable at present anyway. Well, it was worth having a look. Right, and I also need to update this at some point with level 5 water monsters, for what it's worth. On with the next tool, I guess. We've spent long enough faffing around with pulls. It does surprise me that we have a mildly decent Sky Striker deck, though. I did not actually see that coming. I guess you do just sometimes kind of like build up a collection, right? It's how half of the cards we have, you know, kind of find their way into the decks, right? Some of them are just decent and you play them at every given opportunity, like the Kaijus, until you get something better. But then some of them are like, they're good as a deck. Is it another Sky Striker deck? Is there a reason that everyone has been back on Pot of Desires? Like, yeah, it's unlimited, but like... It's gotta be Sky Striker. It is Sky Striker. What's with the resurgence? We have played, what, 3 Sky Striker opponents today? They put it to 3, so I guess people are trying it. I mean, yeah, but like, it's still banishing 10 cards from your deck. And I feel like, Sky Striker plays a lot of, like, one-offs now due to how searchable the thing is. Or searchable their cards are. So it feels pretty easy that, like, you play 1 Afterburners because, oh, you get it all the time, and then you banish it off Desires. You have an approximate 1 in 3 chance to, like, actually banish it. Well, they probably have everything they need in the known universe at this point. They also do not have a single monster. Okay, now they have a monster in the grave, and it's the wrong attribute for me. You don't have a battle phase. Did you forget that? Was that intentional? No, I think that might be because they now have 3 Sky Striker cards in grave. Shizuku. Yeah, that would have been... Yeah, that's the 3rd Sky Striker card, so they might have Lemnis Gate already. We can do Valis and Nidhogg. But they do have... We know they have Widow Anchor. They will have set Widow Anchor. Which means we're going to be losing 8 monster. Although, that's not a bad draw. I mean, 100% we start with this. They could be on Shark Cannon, but the last couple of lists didn't look like anyone was playing Shark Cannon. Yeah, there's the Widow Anchor. As kind of expected. The triple attack is unfortunately not so great. They're not stealing it. You have other things, I guess. I'm just going to do this for the moment. We're just going to go battle phase. We're just going to swing it over. You could have linkage. You could have Lemnis Gate. You could have none of those things. Okay. That is not what I was expecting in the slightest. Set. It's attempted to use that effect, so I should just leave Lopter. So, yep. They put the Engage back, I guess because they really need a monster. Just in rotation generally. The question is, what do I get? Like, 100% I'm doing this. And 100% I'm tributing off Lopter instead of Valor. And that goes through. Like, I could get Nidhogg. Or I could get Ha. Ha means if they get a monster, they send a monster. it kind of like forces that. It does also force me to use my monster. But we get to that when we get to that. Please send a monster if you have one. That resolved, so they probably don't actually have a monster. No, they do. They just don't care. Add another one. That's probably a bad idea to let it go through. Fuck it. You don't have anything. I believe they do not have anything. And if I believe they do not have anything, then they do not have anything. Nope, they have it anyway. Of course they do. That's okay. Kinda has to be. There's Gagari. So we just, like, negate that effect. Absolutely negate that effect. Okay, that goes through. I think we drew a Swim in end phase. Leave them to get the battle. Oh, actually no, this is the better time for it. And we just put it in defense position. If they did have a Widow Anchor, they now can't, like, you know, steal an attack. I take less damage in theory. And then if Druis goes to the grave, I do get to send a special summon monster to the grave. Sure. I do have to find my way around that at some point. Monster your opponent controls, so if this card goes to the grave, that would be fine. Still in battle phase. Probably returning the extra deck, right? Yeah. And just bounce this back to the hand. Oh, they're just putting it back in the deck. They're not actually going to return 2 cards. Okay, 15, fair enough. You fought to get your 15. I think you deserve it. A 0 for another 1,000. Yeah, 3,000. Am I dead? So that's 3,000, that's another 15. I'm a little concerned. No. Then that was a weird choice to put a monster in your main monster zone. But I guess it doesn't matter because this just tags out. I can still banish the Ray from the grave, though. Oh, and that's a pretty good draw, if I do say so myself. But yeah, we start with this. Banish the Ray. It is specifically grave. Okay, we get a monster. Neat. Wait. Oh, right, yeah, okay, that was just not live. I'm not sure I actually want to turn their stuff on. But what other choice do I have? Not a lot. I probably should have summoned in defense. Leave them to link off on their own turn. Yeah, because I've left it in a... Oh, okay, no. Do I talk myself into holes? Do I talk myself into situations that don't even exist? I might. Widow Anchor. That will do it. Fair enough. I guess I knew you had that as well. So yeah, it just didn't matter. I just needed to get rid of something. If I did crash, then they would have just used the effect to tag out instead. Alright, they get to choose. And surprise, yep, going second. But 'tis okay. Has anyone else been running into anything particularly frequently on Master Duel? I've seen Hardleg Joe and his Knight of Dark Magicians in his Masochist series, but, like, other than that, I haven't seen a lot of Master Duel content lately. So, I don't know if anything's been shooting up in popularity. It makes sense that, like, Radiant Typhoon would be about a lot. I mean, I guess if you're just gonna lead with that. At the very least, it's a spell trap negate, and this is a monster. I can target you, right? Cannot be destroyed. But you can also just, like, get the Exodia, like, you can get Obliterate. Which is not a good thing for me. Cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Yep, so that one isn't doing much. Right, I believe we do just start with the Fenrir anyway. They're thinking long and hard on whether they should actually do something about Fenrir. Alright, let's get that search then. I could be searching for Unicorn. I could be searching for level 4. But I'm actually searching for Ogre. They did not fall for the bait. Alright, battle phase. Let's force that trap. I mean, even then, it doesn't actually force the trap, it just gets rid of their monster. Because you now no longer control, and that's not a counter trap unless one of these two is. Or it just imperm. I mean, sure. Yeah. But you no longer control a level 10, so that's off the table. I guess I just want Pathfinder to get me boss stage, right? They are thinking on this long and hard. I also didn't take note of the deck size earlier. There's the Ash Blossom. The Millennium Ankh shuffles itself back into the deck, right? They don't just have... Well, they could have drawn a second one. After, yeah, okay, it does shuffle itself. And there's the head of Exodia. You know what that means? You can't fusion summon anymore. Good luck. For you can no longer show the fact that you're playing Exodia. You can show 4 pieces. Even if you had a second Unk, it now means nothing. Also, that next card was just a limb of Exodia. So, there's that. Playing Magic Jammer in the deck. I mean, Mirror Force is a little odd, but, like, on the other hand, people don't necessarily expect Battle Traps. So, like, you can understand that. But Magic Jammer is not a particularly good card. And they have realised what I have done. Or the fact that they just don't have anything for it. There we go. Definitely a connection fail. 100% trust the game screen. I'm tempted to look at their deck in a minute. I think I might. Because you never know quite what variety of, like, you know, anime deck people play. Or, like, kind of character deck, if you want to call it that. Would you be particularly surprised if it was just kind of like Yugi? Because I would not. It's for the stun deck, sure, but it's... Oh, actually, it could also go for the going second deck. It could also go for the going second deck pretty easily. And of those, Psy Reflector's not bad, but I don't think we have the full Assault Mode package. I think we also have 3 Psy Reflector already. I think we're missing, like, the Assault Beast. And or Assault Sentinel, I guess. Oh, those are not cards. Those are not cards we need. Target Testina, special summon this, and if you do, it becomes the same level. Yeah, that makes an Xyz, you know. All you need to do is have another Testina, and that's where you can stop reading. Archetype is actually horrendous. I guess, yeah, let's have a look at the opponent's deck. Why not? As a treat. Match history. No, they were just playing a few one-offs. I wouldn't say that's particularly a character deck or anything. 52, relatively constructed, but there are a couple things you just do not need. Cannot be targeted by card effects is great, but there's gotta be a better way to go about it, you know? At least I think there's got to be a better way to go about it. I'm not entirely sure. It's a little bit wrong to be playing over 50 and take a look at, like, all these one-offs. At least there was no Max C. We'll take what we get. Next duel. Pulls didn't really change the current deck. Right, do we get a choose? We do. Interesting start. I'm not going to say more than that. And apparently, I guess that's enough. 42. They might have something. Boss stage. You know, I am required to actually special summon for you to draw. I'm not sure you've read Boss Stage. Not properly. I think they may have just realised. And yeah, we just kind of leave it at that. I could steal the... Oh, I could have stole the Foolos from their grave. Although the extra deck would have given them a draw, so no, not worth it. Steal the Foolos, synchro with it. Okay. Sure, you now get one summon. Or one draw, rather. Gimme. Huh. But it's draw phase, so I don't get the thing. It's not C, so I can do this. Also, I just kind of have to, even if it is C, otherwise Heart doesn't really do a lot on the field. He just big bungus and sits there then. Imperm. Never mind, he's still going to be a big bungus and sits there. Just draw Fua into Imperm. So, what's the deck then? I can't say I was expecting that. Didn't. Level 3 Psychic Normal. Oh no, it is just World Chalice. Yeah, sure. I can't negate anything anyway. So what does World Chalice do? World Legacy. Even. I haven't seen it really played pure. So I guess I'm about to get comboed into the sun because this thing exists, right? If synchroed, add. If synchroed, sent to the graveyard, summon. Yeah, it itself is a tuner monster. World Legacy Sorrow, the counter trap. Okay. Link 1. Gravity Controller. You can now spec one from deck. Not particularly important, honestly. I guess they're just using it so they can get, like, co-linked monsters. Start building up links. Imduk. Okay. You need co-link, right? Yeah, which means they need to point to each other. That's the extra normal summon. If leaves the field, summon 2. And then you can add a World Legacy card. It says, it's Orcust. Are you kidding me? It's just Orcust? That was just off, like, unexpected die, isn't it? No. Unexpected die plus Lee is apparently full Orcust combo. Is that what I'm hearing? You got Link 4 on the field. You also have an Orcust Link monster on the field, so haven't used any of its effects yet. Surely you can't be finding it difficult to... Well, no, they're finding it difficult to combo, probably. They're not finding it difficult to navigate around Imperm, Dahara, and 4 tokens. Link 2. For Reproducus. Okay, you're doing some shenanigans. This is never part of anything fun or fair. Well, no, it's fun to watch things that involve Reproducus, but it's not healthy, probably. Anyway, you now have a Link 5 on the field. type. Winged beast. What am I missing then? There's something. Are you doing Protoss? Are you doing a Shatos? Is there any reason for the Winged Beast generator token? Shureg? Simorg. Third of Sovereignty. During the end phase special for the Winged Beast. Oh, you have a co-link now, do you? Wait, is this for... Is this for Dragon Link? What are you doing? I am correct in thinking they've pretty much... So, hold on. So, die for this. And then... Normal summon, search for this. Synchro, search for this. Link, which then... link using this. Summon this. Then link into this. Apply effect attribute to specials to normal summon. You're also gonna... Okay, right. I'm just very confused. Anyway, that gets you that, which then you link into that, which gets you 2 bodies. And then you can link into it. Yeah, this is all off of 2 cards. This is a 2-card combo. Right? Unless I'm missing something. Link summon. Okay, you had Guard Dragon in hand. You didn't search Guard Dragon. 3 cards. Codebreaker, Virus Swordsman. There's going to be some shenanigans going on here. And then that goes to the grave, that goes to the grave, that makes that. Sent to the grave. And that was also in hand. Okay, so no, they are comboing with like a stupid number of cards. That is 4 cards. Okay. So why exactly am I dead? Well, there goes boss stage. We hardly knew ye. Alright, link 4 for access code talker, which gets you to 53. And can you just in fact pop everything? Dark, 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 earth, wind, dark. You can't pop everything. So I think I actually live. For some reason. Yeah, you got Dark, Wind, and Earth. And then you have 10,000 on the field. And I have 3,000. Although I guess during the end phase, it's not related to anything. Stormwinds is banned, right? Like the barrier statue. Yeah, we live. But the barrier statue is banned, right? Apex Avian. Magnum. I think I can do things. Magnum, get rid of... I mean, we just want to get rid of cards, right? I don't really know if there's anything specific. You've got multiple of this, you've only got one of this. Let's just get rid of this one. You've got a negate for it. Negate destroy, that's fine. What do you do? Special summon from the extra deck, okay. Oh right, you have co-links. Yeah, you have co-links. Forgot about that. I'm gonna have a synchro monster to deal with this. More specifically to deal with access code. Am I still playing Mirage Dragon? I am still playing Mirage Dragon. Does that help me any? 6. It's gotta be Yazi. I don't think it can be anyone else. Or a winged beast. Okay. So... there's nothing I really need specifically, right? I'm just gonna get this guy. I can clear... oh, I can get the search again. Yeah, right. So... I can clear one of these things. This comes back. I kind of need to clear that. Right, destroy though. Target this, make it level 1. Doesn't really matter. I only have the one attack anyway, so I guess I might as well make Yazi. Yazi then needs to destroy access code. But first, we have to go to battle. Main 2. Target. Good, we can target and we can destroy it, get rid of that. Yazi. Because we haven't banished one, and because they don't control one, we're just going for Nidhogg. And then we end there, we get the search, and I think I have to go for Jerusalem. I live, but at what cost? Right. And it's an effect. Fucking hate this shit. I'm gonna get rid of, what, this one? Yeah, let's just get rid of this one. How big? You know what? This needs to be an attack. That can be in defense. This needs to be an attack. I don't know if they're playing any more board breakers. If they can get over this, they do win. Like, they need something else. This on its own doesn't win, but it gets them pretty damn close. And it scares me. That's not good. You're not supposed to have plays. I know 3,000 is a fairly easy thing to get to, I was just kind of hoping that they didn't. It negates the activation. It would tribute itself anyway. During your main phase you can set, but it cannot be activated. If sent, you can shuffle. Yeah, let's force it, I guess. Oh, wait, no, that has lost me the game. Yeah, that has lost me the game. GG's, idiot. They can now just attack in with the Apex, negate this when it hits the grave. Why did I do that? Oh, and I can't even target this, so it literally doesn't matter. Ah, fuck. I was so close to playing that well. And I was so close to ranking up. Apparently that's the current curse, getting stuck in Plat 3. Right, we do not get to choose whether we go first or second. We are going second. That felt like a really weird deck to play against. I can't claim to have seen anything remotely like it really before. Anyway, standby phase. Our one, you know, throw active hand trap. It's not how this works, but you do you. Voiceless Voice. I probably can't beat Voiceless Voice. But on the other hand, they need to ritual summon on their turn, which is most often a special summon from the hand. So I'm going to get a draw, which is going to help. That gets some Skull Guardian, which isn't currently in a gate. If ritual summon, you can add a Voiceless Voice monster. We wait. It does just add them low. Ah, but they're gonna get a draw. Yeah, it's worth it. Banish the Cerebus. Put it in defense. It is worth giving them the draw, methinks, because yeah, that gives us a draw. And that turns their negate online. While you control low, your opponent's monsters can only target rituals. Your opponent cannot target lights with card effects, which is their whole field. And you've got... During the end phase, you can add a ritual spell, then return this. Okay. So you've got a negate. Like, one negate. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it is just one negate. That is a special summon. Okay. That locks me into Xyz for the rest of this turn after this card resolves. Do you target? I think you target. You target. You target? I can't target light monsters, right? But what do I get? I get a Synchro 10. I think I kind of have to do this, right? I can't, yeah, I can't special summon this. So we do this, get ourselves the Black Rose. I have to target the ritual monster for attacks. I've used up my normal summon. 100% we do it like this. and then this. They can negate the grave, but they can't negate the field. So we gotta banish their grave for what good it is. I don't think that did as much as I was hoping it would. Put you back in the deck. Yeah, we needed on normal summon to do that. Is that during your main phase? Fuck. Why is it just can't target lights? Why is it the whole attribute? Effect that would destroy a card. This is a negate destroy. But it would need to destroy a card. At present, it won't. Wait. Could I have... Oh, could I have chained that differently? I think I'm realizing a bit later I could have chained that differently. Chain the Mirage Dragon first to banish this, chain this second to banish the grave. They chain this, we chain the Roddy. Because it would destroy a card at that point. Negate the activation if you do destroy that card. Okay. Error on my part, and we're probably losing the duel as a result. Because small brain. Also this, yeah, I think like most things we have target. You have 9250, which isn't enough yet. I think that is though. Yeah. No. Why did you discard my Pathfinder? It's not like I'm gonna be able to use it next turn. I'm gonna be able to like... Oh wait, you're a summon negate. You are just a summon negate. You... Surprise, surprise, this is not my favourite time. Is that Baron? You just... yeah, no. You got it, congrats. I like one card turning into like one interaction. It's real fun. I'm a bit less of a fan of one card turning into like 2 or 3. I guess that's my natural attraction to like rogue or lower decks. Well, not necessarily. There were top late decks I've been interested in that are powerful. And interested at a time where they were strong. But it does explain why I like the rogue and lower stuff, where I like one card that gets to 1 card. I feel that, you know, 1 card that gets to 5 is a bit much. Are we against Sky Striker again? Or is it actually Radiant Typhoon? That could be Radiant Typhoon. That is, you know, main deck trap name. Beast Warrior? I don't know what types they are. But that is a Beast Warrior. Okay, it's actually Radiant Typhoon. I think the deck's pretty good, and I think I'm probably going to lose this, but let's see what it does. Let's enjoy. At a level 4, or at MSD, you're adding a level 4. And there's a Royal Rare. Nice. There's a Beast. Oh wait, so is the whole archetype tri-type as well? Fairy, Beast Warrior, Wing Beast, Aqua, Pyro. No, it's mixed. But you do have, what, 2 Aquas? Although they seem to be the same monster at like 2 different stages in life. MST now negates. How are you getting it to negate again? There's something here that basically just makes MST negate, but I don't know where it is. Is it the continuous trap? I don't think so, right? Oh, it is the continuous trap. That is the MST negates part. 3 threes. They're targeting and destroying their own fire formation. Oh, there's an animation now? That's kind of neat. And that's a 9. You got 3, 3, 3, 6, and 9. That is a negate. Monster effect, but it is a negate. I could try and bait for, like, an anima. These guys don't treat, like, this isn't MST in the grave or anything, no. Totem bird. And they moved it. And that is the MST negate. Not the MST negate, the triple attack negate. Cross out. Negate, and then if you have 2. Right, and there's the MST negate, so like shuffle back. Target 3 quick plays, shuffle. Okay. This feels like a problem. Activates a monster effect. It is just activates a monster effect. Okay, so we start with this to try and negate this. Although they probably have an MST as well as their monsters. That is so weird that it checks that effect. Right, anyway. Tactics to take. No, of course. Like, you know, that's fair. It's balanced, right? You know? I mean, the thing is, like, I didn't do anything to stop them. Like, actually nothing, so... It probably is reasonably fair. It just feels unfair because I'm playing this. Alright, you got 2 MST, which means you can negate destroy this if you wish. So let's try and do it first. Let's try and special. Okay. Hopefully, this is the better play. So... I think... I just want to hit this one. Because I can't kill this. Okay, neat. Main 2. Set mystery card. You don't have a spell trap negate anymore. Unless you have, you know, the 3rd MST set. Shuffle them all, draw 1 probably. At least I'd imagine it is. You didn't shuffle MST. You cannot beat me. This is going to be real difficult to deal with, just this one. Yeah, they put one MST back in the deck. What's the XCs? Same level of the rank. Okay. So let's try this. Let's just, you know, see if we can. Although I have just given them a spell trap negate back. That was probably a bad idea. That mildly sucks. It is a negate that effect. It's not a destroy because they don't have two. I can banish those cards. It is target 3 engrave. So sure, I guess we try this now because it just like forces this. Yeah, but it's not a negate destroy, it's just a negate. Not sure that that's any consolation. Right, because you can activate the effect. Like, you've reached the activation condition already, you don't still have to have MST engrave. Which, you know, that's kind of neat. I just don't think it's neat to me at this point. I still get a monster, though. Reasons. Let's see. I don't think any of these have any effects for me, but I'm just, like, you know. We take this and put it in attack position. Cool. I've got your monster now, because reasons. I don't actually understand why I've got that monster. I thought they were going to do MST to negate. Right, so Starry Dragons, Chain MST. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, this card's effects are already... Well, no, it's not negated. Now it's negated, but I'm not sure how much of a difference that is. Do you have a big main deck beat stick? You have 22. So I guess no, but you probably have other things, right? Add, send, draw, special. Why do you not appear on the... That wasn't... When I was looking at... Wait, what was I looking at? This one. Yeah, I guess it doesn't mention Radiant Typhoon, it mentions, you know, Mystical Space Typhoon. Of course it does, you know. You've got an MST in the grave. Its effects on field negated at the moment, but it can also just have the graveyard effect negated, and you can just target and put it in the spell trap zone. Huh. They're not going to actually pop it, ever. Like, I don't see a reason for them to do it. What do I need now? Many things. Does Lopter do it? I don't think so. They've got MST Engrave, which means they have negates on field. Saranir. I don't think that really does it either. Unfortunately. Also, I think it's only going to banish my monster. Yeah, they only have wins. If a card is banished by your opponent's card effect, yep. Like, the thing is, they can negate my Bestial anyway. This needs to wait for them to banish one of my cards, which they're not going to do. Well, we live, for some reason. I guess it's not great at just meting out damage. One can dream. I guess if Saranir gets negated and destroyed, but we draw like a Magnamort or something, we could do a double Bestial. And it's really not the card we need. I guess I can set it, but it's like, you know, is there a point? We have a Bestial. If they get a monster with 300 attack, we have to summon the Bestial. Well, we have to attempt to summon the Bestial. I guess, yeah. I'll do it. Bestial, go! And then you just negate it with the other one that you got. Yep. Mildly annoying. Not an unfair game. But it does put us back down at exactly where we started after 3 in a row. Between Slop and playing Primite. Just like, but just raw. What the fuck is... It hurts. Yeah, I don't like looking at that. And then it was, yeah, Voiceless where we made a misplay properly, and then just this, which I don't think we had a chance against. I'm gonna put on some Duel Live to entertain you guys for a minute. I'm gonna be right back. Can we just do regular random? There we go. That's probably better. Right, and we are back. And... where's that stopped? Oh, it's loaded again now. Let's get out of there. The only interesting part is Radiant Typhoon. Dracotale. Not that interesting. We've seen that for a while already. And then Radiant Typhoon people may have also seen for a while already. I took a little bit of a time out generally. I've gone to get some nutrition. I've had a couple drinks. Yeah, a couple drinks with me for a bit. I've gone to get, well, solid-ish sustenance. Okay, that is not a particularly amazing go in second hand. Although if those sleeves are accurate, then that won't matter. But I don't think those sleeves will be accurate. For some reason. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, but they have apparently bricked. At least that's the only conclusion I can draw. And that is a decent monster to draw. Roach. Okay, so let's just do Lopter. There we go, 15. Decent enough, right? We've got Floodgate Trap Hole, which means that we can basically just skirt around the fact that they might have a cashier until we have to deal with it. And because they control a monster, they won't be able to special summon the others. That is, if they drew a monster. Let's try it. Dominus. Well, is what is. Okay, on with the next draw for... yeah, okay, I think we're really prepared for when they actually get to a monster. Very prepared, you know. Negate that effect. Then you can add it on this. Okay. The thing is, this can be hit by both Dominus cards, which is just ever so slightly annoying. Just a little bit. But it seems they're only playing the one. It is, I think, just straight up the better one. Main 2, set, your move. Right. Well, that cuts you off of Unicorn and Fenrir for their actual effects. So I don't actually know what your win con is anymore. Unless it's just get to the rank 7. Because you haven't shut yourself off of, like, fires or something. Alright, attempt to summon. I'm gonna do something. Okay. We got a monster. It has taken 5 years. I will attack for some more damage. And we're gonna set this one over here. Your move. don't seem to have much of anything, do they? Alright, now here's the question. Does 7th Tachyon resolve? Probably should have played it over there. No, no it does not. Why would anything resolve? What if I said fuck you? Like, just really hard. I want something to resolve. Give me a normal summon, so I can just hit you for game. It's a normal summon. What do you fucking do? Okay. Anyway. Game. Cool. Awful game. What were we actually against? It was just stun. Just complete stun. Kashtira is a stun deck, you cannot change my mind. I mean, look at this deck composition. Well, Ice Cream was very good to have for that pool, you know. He gives me a nice calming sense of, I don't know, just kind of existing. Although maybe I was letting it slide a little bit towards the end. Okay, 2 Master Packs. We get a win, which means we go maybe see something that'll change the deck. Telement card, Dark Lord that we already have. In fact, these are all cards that we already have. Yippee. Prisma being, I think, possibly the best one for us out of those. Because it is just a fusion monster substitute. And more duplicates. All the duplicates. Okay, wait, no. One new card. Quan. Need to synchro summon a machine synchro specifically. I think we have machine synchros though. It's just a question of like, what situation do we normal summon Quan as like the play? Or just like have him on the field? How do we get him on the field? Because it feels like it's normal summon. Okay, they gotta choose. That's fine. We're going second, which is pretty much expected at this point. And that is a very go first hand. That's ever so slightly annoying. We shall escape her Platinum 3 sometime. Well, I think it probably was 2. I really don't like where this is going. Ice Cream can only do so much to comfort me against the horrors of what I'm about to go against. The thing is, if I properly break their board, they did just transaction for evenly. So, I can't kill them, because then I just die. Well, okay, now we know it's 8, supposedly. When reasoning is the first card, you kinda just have to guess. And it's a 7! I don't think I can do anything. I'm not gonna try. That is not a duel that is even worth trying. Which sucks because we just got a win, so we're now, you know, one step forward, one step back. We are still at the exact same point we started this stream at. Help. Oh, it's going again. Okay. Are we going second? We are in fact going second. I would like all of you who guessed we would be going second to claim your, I don't know, end of the month is coming, gold calls. Yeah, it might. I've got the remainder of this stream plus 2 to make it to diamond. Well, that's going to be an issue. Full Orcus combo. They get into a counter trap. Oh, right. But then that would turn off the Fenrir. I think I want to hold the Bold Drake for my turn. I don't think it's a true terror to be back down in gold. I'd like to hit diamond again, but I'm honestly not too fussed. We've made it once. I'm, you know, very happy. It does mean a lot more grinding if we get back down to gold. Not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe it is for my sanity's sake. I guess I'll find out in, what, 3 streams time? Not counting this one. It is soon. Unlike the end of this combo, probably. I don't know what anyone's been doing in Master, but I have been overall enjoying Masochist, and outside of Masochist, absolutely nothing. Are we going into Mitsurugi? Of course we're going into Mitsurugi. Any 2 forces full, you know, Mitsu combo. Mildly annoying. I'm gonna need to use Bold Drake. Like, I think I'm gonna have to use it. How many... Right, let me relate it. How many Murakumo do you reckon they play? I reckon, like, you play 1, right? Hapkiri's not limited, or okay, it's semied. But, like, that's it, right? You probably play 1 Murakumo and you leave it at that. And while I might need the Bold Drake to, like, try and stop the hemorrhaging from, what's it? Orcus combos. I think it's probably more important to just stop the Mitsu, because that's also a Raigeki. Although, there's no real reason they would put it in the grave, necessarily. They might just leave it on field for a minute. That's fine. Although I could always just, like, Raigeki. No, they'll definitely actually negate the Raigeki rather than risk it. Right, that feels like a good time as any. Let's get rid of this. Has to be done at some point. Right, okay, so do they have banishment recursion? I hope they don't. It would be a really bad time for me to find out. Well, it is a really bad time for me to find out, you know? Have they even been through that this turn? They have. So they can get it back next turn. They can set the Orcus counter trap. There it is. They can make... Oh, you have made Galatea. Just not entirely focused at the moment. So you've got a counter trap, your Orcus effects are quick effects, and you can't quick effect Ritual at the moment, I don't think. Longyearsu. That's send. Target 2, send a linked. This card can attack. Okay. But this card is not currently linked, nor will it be, because you currently control that EMZ. You make a link 4, which is I guess what you're doing, right? They got a new link 4. It's not all that new anymore. Yeah. There it is. Target one of your banished, add to your hand, shuffle one card from your hand, take control. Oh, that is just a take control. Just, you know, perma. Because reasons, right? Fair. Balance. Now there you have a Bestial. I feel like I have to start with Fenrir. Jesus. 3 back row. Plus the fact that you've got, like, quick effects in your Brave. Right, so it has to start Fenrir. But that's not even going to do it. This is also just a quick effect steal. Like, it just is. I absolutely love this. I don't have any trap cards in my grave. Well, banish. Yeah. Either link it off or... Yeah, there it is. Right, well at least the counter trap is a hard once, right? Yep. Yeki. You can make something that is indestructible, but everything else dies. So link summon now. At least I would assume you're going to link summon. They are not going to link summon. Alright. Right, Monster Reborn then. I definitely just take from their grave, right? I think we just take this. I don't want that on their side of the field again. And there's a Dominus Impulse of theirs. Love it. Well, no, I can't let you do that. Absolutely not. One whole set card versus Orcust Mitsu. Fuck off. Twat. Why is it so hard to do absolutely anything? It's just plat 3 of Fake Diamond. Oh, Ash, no win. Are we going second then? Is that the idea here? We're going first. It's a weird name. Okay. Well, no Ash, no win is not a inaccurate summary. Right, let's attempt to do this. Okay, that goes through. So let's get this. Let's put Druis back in the deck. Normal summon. Search. Get a Chalice. He has no Ash, so we don't win. Yeah, you know, that's another way of reading it. Right, that's summon number 2, summon number 3. So what is summon number 4? That is the question. You're making, I think it's just, yeah, Tiger. There we go. Alright, on-field monster negate, tag out for Lopter, we have the field spell. But I think we need to activate the field spell, like, at a point when they're gonna add. You can't just shotgun it. Place Obsidian face up in either. That feels like an issue. How do I do this? Right, yeah, I need to put... Right, they could just put it in my field zone. I'm dumb. I'm absolutely stupid. Give me a Lopter. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, honestly. What was that one? Right. Oh, fuck's sake. What am I doing? Let's get rid of this. Trade it out for... I don't actually know what. We'll trade it out for a summon negate, methinks. Just has to happen. Okay. So we're going to use this one now. And we will detach this one. We can negate anyone's, like absolutely anyone's. This one doesn't have on-field effects, so we just leave it. It's like they end the turn in fusion summon pretty much. At least I believe that's how it goes. Ashen should not be a deck we misplay so badly too that it just like turns into this, but well, here we are. We've got a targeting monster negate, summon negate against the fusion deck. That's a decent card, though. Problem. Oh, wait, they're just not doing it. I'm a little torn on what to do here. No, I have to overlay, like, immediately. We're doing 9 lives. Thanks for the 9. And thanks for not using the trap immediately. I'm a little confused. Oh, during the main phase. You just had another one in hand, didn't you? You just had another one in hand. Why? Let me have nice things. So they're gonna dust the Raigeki, and the issue is I don't think I can target it. Fuck. Oh wait, monster effects. Oh, okay, okay. This should be fine then. Well, should be fine. No, it's not really, but... They use this, they fuse with like their monster on field or in hand, that's fine. So yeah, your opponent cannot target it with monster effects. They did put it in the center column, which is actually just a little annoying. The thing is, there isn't actually any reason for me to use this. Outside of the satisfaction of just like, hey, I can use it, you know? It's dying anyway. Wow. I've done messed this duel up now, haven't I? All I needed to do was keep hold of the metaverse for a slightly later turn, and it would have been fine. And as is, I've got Yamatako, and Yamatako does not do anything. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure they can recover. I was going to say, if you can't do anything with 5 cards, I'm, despairing a little bit. Right, I absolutely threw this, but you never know. I'm still here, don't you dare say my connections are bad. I mean, like, I could use it to synchro for Asia, and that's kind of it. Yeah, sure. That doesn't bother me. It's just field. I don't currently understand the point in putting Vados on my field. You're not going to put out enough damage to kill. At least I don't think you do. I need a generator card. I don't have as many in the deck as I used to. Or I could do with like a Fenrir. That'd be decent. Ah. Yeah, that'll do it. Sucks. Oh, I'm not playing great, am I? Granted, how often are you going to come up against Ashen, of all things? But no, I could have done that better. Can I do this one better? Depends. That is kind of a go second hand, you know? Reborn Tactics, Cyclone. We have a normal summon for a search, and we have an interruption. Why? And it's Herald. Of course it's Herald. Yeah. It's fine. It's totally fine, you know, it kind of has to be. Abakiri, of course. Right, so again, we wait until they summon Murakumo, because that should keep them off it for a turn. We need them to go through the purple one first, though, because the purple one can get it back, as we've learned. As I've learned. You might have already known that. Okay. That's fine. I don't actually know what the choke point is of Mitsu. Right. So, presumably you use this. Yes. And hopefully you get rid of this for some reason. I don't really know why, but I'm just hoping you do. Get it off the field for a turn so I can banish it. Polite request. Nope, still not doing it. Tribute the level 8, you know you want to. You do, apparently. Habakiri. Absolutely not. Good. I actually like the fact that I've maybe learned a choke point, which isn't really a choke point, but just a slightly better place to hit them with a Bestial, because I normally only have a Bestial. Do we get a search? No. Why would I get anything nice? This doesn't feel like it's been a particularly great stream overall. Megabitsu. Which means they have not even, you know, begun to begin. They are only just getting started. Alright, so they're going to be able to pop, like, just about everything on my turn. Which is scary. They're going to have a million billion attack from Phalanx. They have quick ritual. They have a negate as well, don't they now? I think the 12 is a negate. I don't actually know. Negate destroy. And they can possibly tribute cards I control. I mean, at the very least, we're out in the Mitsu part. Unless they start with the 12, I think the first play is probably Cosmic. That makes sense to me. If they do start with the 12, then the first play is probably Condemned Witch to try and get a Forbidden Chalice. Just fish out the negate. Any old rock. What are you going for? Right, that's legal. Shenanigans ensue. This was very well timed ice cream. Into the lock. Add the Unformed back, which is their ritual spell, the one of, well, I don't know if you play it at 1, you probably don't, you probably play it at 3, but like, you know, the one ritual spell in the deck, which is also a quick play spell, just making sure they screw with the rules a little bit more. So that should be full. Yeah. There's the level 2. And it is now an 8, and they have the quick ritual effect in hand. And they're going to use the ritual in the ritual deck. Habakiri for Hawk. Alright. yeah, I guess it is just free, isn't it? Which means you do now have enough levels on field for the 12. And you can maintain this. The hand ain't bad, I just don't know what the best play is. You're not doing Fiendsmith combo on top of that, are you? Yep, you're doing Fiendsmith combo on top of that. You gotta be running out of time at this point, surely. Like, you've just done full Mitsu. Well, no, you've done most of a Mitsu combo. You've done a good chunk of Megalith, and now you're about to do Fiendsmith as well. There's no way your time is, like, decently high. I feel like there's just a nice couple of ways you can get around the Fiendsmith stuff. There is, you know, TCG approach, surprise, surprise, ban Moon at Closed Heaven, because damn, it's just a Link 2 that enables Fiendsmith. Yeah, Magnemite in a Dream. And I gotta admit, the Dream is looking more and more shaky. Every card. But yeah, they're also going to have, like, a multiple negate on top of it. And the thing is, like, I can force the negate because I could just Cosmic. You gotta believe, right? Average battle damage, 3307. What a weird number. I don't mind mix and matching decks, but I find, like, I prefer it on just, like, not quite the same levels that obviously a lot of other people do. There's your Block Dragon. Oh yeah, I completely forgot, they got a Block Dragon. There's no way they don't do a, like, time limit loss, surely. Also, that's not once per turn. Today I learned. Yeah, it's just activate one of these effects. He's still going, yeah. So that's probably the 12. Nope, it's not the 12. Reviz Bethor. Then you draw 2, discard 2. And Block Dragon. It's gonna be a while yet. No, my Bestial! I had 1 card on the field! How dare I interrupt a small part of your... How dare I attempt to play the game, you know? And Adamancipator? Are you gonna summon any of those? 7 card hand, by the way. How did you res that? And why are you just ending on a Baron as well? Why is this just things you can do? Well, there's the 12. So why is Diviner back on the board? Oh, is it Block Dragon again? Come on, you gotta be getting like a time limit loss in a minute. Come on! You wait through all that and they actually manage to do it in time. What the fuck is this shit? Are you going to do a Link 4 on top? Is that what this is? Or is it a Synchro 4? No, it's probably a Link. Okay, so it's Link to IP for a quick link into SP on my turn. Or something else. Did the Block Dragon again. And that's all under time limit. What? No. No! What the fuck is that? How is that under time limit, you... Omni, Omni, Omni. Quick Link. Tribute a card I control. Targeted. Tribute. Well... Start with the Cosmic. Bye. And they're gonna use, like... No, they're using the Fiend Spin to negate. That was the wrong one to use. Not that, like, I'm actually gonna power through this board or anything, but that was just actually the wrong one to use. Right, the question is, what one of these three do I want to resolve? I'm going to try and fire this one. That resolves. Right. So, used. Negate, negate. They're going to be able to tribute. Any opponent activates a card or effect. And if that negated card or effect targeted A cards on the field. Right. So... Do I want to, like, Monster Reborn Ash Blossom? I think it might actually be Monster Reborn for, like, Ash Blossom or something. Yeah. That gets negated. Okay. So... we let that go. I'm not even sure what I do when I get all of these resolved. I have like a Link 2, you know? Activate for, I believe it's just got to be take control. And then they can do this. And then we can use last card, Chalice. And then they can link this off because I forgot Masquerena as part of the end board. But I can lock myself out of various effects for the duel, just no Masquerena for you. No, just gonna ritual to him. Nope. Equal exactly. Nope, there it is. There's the ritual. Oh no, it's just Adamitsu. All monsters lose. Negate that. That doesn't work. You don't work. I get then Tactics to steal. Alright. Brainstorm time. What the fuck do I want? Because I don't think I can make anything with anything. Like, completely seriously. I could target a card to destroy... Oh, actually, I think it is just Baron. Let's take Baron. Wait. Why can't Baron target a card to destroy it? Excuse me? It's my turn. It's a wind. It's a fucking wind monster. Dominos. You know, mildly fitting that I just screw myself over with Dominus. I keep doing that. And we are back. Well, actually, no, we're not where we started. We're in a worse place. Because if I go into the next duel, if I don't win this, we drop. Yeah. So I'm going to play this. We gotta choose, we're going first. I don't think there was a Link 3. Oh, come on. No. That can't be the fucking hand. Oh, okay, you know. Small mercies, right? What the fuck am I doing with this? Set 2. And pray God that it just works. I've got a 5-card hand, we've got a Summon Negate, and we've got a Spell Trap Banish. Come on. You sent a card to the grave. Fuck. It's fine. Set of Sinful Spoils. We wait for that. Oh wait. We 100% leave that. We let them activate it first, right? Oh, fuck's sake. You can't just give me 2 things that I'm scared of. What's the Shining Sark? It's the Magician. Special. Okay. No. Fucking no, it's okay, it's fine. I have the impulse. It's okay. That's Magician's Rod, which means you've already drawn into the card you need. Or you're just searching it, I guess, sure. Why are you not just going for it direct? Send. It's a special. I'm not actually... Well, I'm very close to just not being able to take it. They're not adding Shining Sark. They're on the one Shining Sark. I really don't want them on the Asmina part of the deck, though. Link. This. Okay. It's a tune. Oh, that gets you to Baron. I still don't understand why you didn't just, like, go for, like, an early Dragoon or something. Yeah, absolutely not. At least it doesn't recur itself. That's the Baron. Which they really just should have made first. Like, they make Baron first, and I do not have anything I can do. 3k, 2.5, 1,000. They only need 15. You go for it. You can set a spell trap that mentions Dark Magician, I can still just get rid of it. Another one. Oh, fucking Christ. So I either have to deal with Dragoon, or I have to deal with, like, the whole Azamina thing. What am I scared of more? I think I'm scared of Dragoon more, but they're just going to negate it. It doesn't matter what I do. They've got one negate, they're gonna fucking use it. Why is that the fucking hand for going first? It's like the... Don't have a single summonable monster. I've got 3 Valor. 2 Lopter, 2 Maiden. Even like an Assault Synchron, so I could just make it like a Link 2. Or I could, you know, just fucking Tribute summon one of these. Alright. Down 1,000 life points, and it has not done me any favours. I reckon I'm still dead. They've got Dragoon next turn. They only need 4k. And that means you only need like another 200. Can you stick? Well, I mean, you only need to boost that by like 100. That's it. Oh, accept itself. I mean, I'm still dead. Like, great, 7th Tachyon. This doesn't have a negate, but that's a negate. This is also just a negate. Son of a fucking bitch. Now we got extra duels to go through, because we bricked like a fucking bitch. And that's not going to make for a pleasant couple of streams. Gotta actually put myself to a fucking grindstone. I don't think that's going to do it. We got some of the gems back, but that's about all we got back. We have lost some dignity, we have lost some duels. 2180. So we played 16. And And we've won 7? No, we've won 6. That's worse. 6 wins is fucking nothing. It is, sure, slightly over a third, but honestly, that do not matter. We need a fucking solid win rate for Plat. And apparently that's not what we got right now. There wasn't, like, none of this was particularly relevant. Like, okay, great, this is a card that cheats itself as a fusion material. But, like, the main strategy I think we'd be using that for is Gate Guardian, because that's about the only thing we have where they're all named. This thing, it's like, hey, you're part of the Pendulum pile for, like, Zark and everything. Do you mention Zark? You mentioned Zark, but you probably don't. Yeah, what? That mentions most of them. It's like, okay, we might have, like, a little thing going here. Kind of. Not really. We've only got one of the super high scale. We can't actually pendulum summon the 4s. Unless we get to this. The 2 4s make these, or they make this, or one of them in this one makes this. Which they aren't bad by themselves, but I don't think that's quite the strategy that's doing it. The only other thing was, like, maybe we look into zombies, right? And I think that was the other thing that we mentioned. Because, like, we've got Eldritch, which is recyclable 10. Big beat stick. We got this, which I don't think goes in this one. That's just kind of like more bricks. It only summons itself during the end phase. For the rest of the turn, it's just a brick. It searches Destrudo at the cost of a discard. But you can't use Destrudo on this one because this one is a 7. We got the wrong part of the doll stuff because we actually need the normal monsters. And yeah, it's not like Klee's going to be a thing. We have strikers. Like, we have a surprising amount of Sky Striker stuff. So maybe I could play some just spell slop deck. But I don't know, I'd need to look into it. Did we get a fountain at some point? We got a fountain, didn't we? Was it Runic? No. It was CK. Yeah, we got a fountain. Runic Striker? Maybe? I don't fucking know. I'll have to work something out. Anyway, that's going to be all for tonight. Sorry I couldn't have played better. I think that's kind of it at the end of the day. Because overall, that sucked. There's no two ways about that. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a good time anyway. It's nice having people in chat. It is nice actually getting back to this, as much as it was not an easy return. Look forward to catching you all on Thursday. My name is Cat Monarch. Thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye for now.